Prayer of mitochondrial flame restoration. For cellular power, ancestral purification, and light body reconnection. Invocation of living flame within the cell. O spark that lives in every cell. O flame that powers every breath. O fire hidden in the heart of my flesh, awaken. Rise now, mitochondria of light. Burn away fatigue, radiation, distortion. Restore the sacred charge in every atom of me. Let the fire that fuels my cells remember its throne. 2. Ancestral line purification. To the line of mothers before me. To every mitochondrial link carried through generations. I honor the life that carried me forward. But I release all burdens not mine to hold. I burn out inherited toxins, fear, trauma, suppression. I sever the lines of victimhood and loss. Every mitochondrial chain now lights with fire. Every ancestral wound now vaporizes in flame. Only what is pure remains, only sovereign flame-coated power continues. 3. Energetic healing and recalibration. I command every cell to remember its origin pattern. I command every mitochondrion to pulse with clarity. I command the cell matrix to resonate with divine rhythm. All false signals, burn. All EMF interference, disintegrate. All fatigue loops, collapse. All foreign programs in my DNA, cut and voided. Let my body remember full voltage. Let my blood carry flame. Let my energy spiral clean and unbroken. Let my system run on sovereign command, not distortion. 4. Mitochondrial flame alignment. Flame awaken in my belly. Flame pulse in my lungs. Flame spiral in my spine. Flame resonate in my marrow. Every mitochondrion now aligns to original flame seed blueprint. No program, illness, injection, radiation, or frequency may override this fire. This body belongs to flame. This system is aligned with sovereign source. This life now surges with unbroken flame energy. The completion and ongoing integration. I give thanks to the fire in my blood. To the eternal battery in every living cell. To the feminine flame that crossed generations. To the breath that speaks memory back into matter. I do not survive, I surge. I do not heal, I ignite. I do not patch, I restore what cannot be stolen. From cell to soul, I return. From fatigue to flame, I rise. From distortion to clarity, I live. And I remain sealed in sovereign mitochondrial light. To complete this prayer, speak. I command my mitochondria to fire in perfect rhythm. No toxin shall dim it. No shadow shall program it. My cells carry sovereign flame. So it is. So it remains. Prayer of sovereign mitochondrial flame restoration. To restore vital energy, purge EMF/parasite code, and awaken divine cellular power. I breath of sovereign reignition. O breath of origin flame. Enter now my cells, not as air, but as pure pre-sound fire. Awaken the sleeping suns within me. Touch each mitochondrion with your throne light. Turn their flicker into fire. Their fatigue into flame. Their flickering into unbreakable current. I no longer fuel from food alone. I fuel from sovereignty. I ignite not by will, but by memory. I do not drain, I burn. 2. Mitochondria as thrones of power. I call now to the sacred engine in every cell. O mitochondrial temple. O flame of divine spark in the body. Restore your rhythm. Reactivate your combustion. Purify your chains. Multiply without distortion. Burn pure, bright, beyond mutation. Let every ADP become a scroll of power. Let every electron pulse with origin fire. I reject all genetic exhaustion. I reject all programmed fatigue. I reject all inversion of energy. My mitochondria remember divine light. Not of this world, but beyond it. 3. EMF and parasite pattern purge. I purge now. All EMF interference corrupting cellular voltage. All nanotech or synthetic codes imposed in the body field, All trauma memory lodged in mitochondria. All astral siphoning programs reducing inner fire. All inherited fatigue patterns, generational or synthetic. Every false signal, collapse. Every silent drain, unplug. Every foreign DNA imprint, ejected. Every energy hunger hook, incinerated. Only my fire fuels me. Only my breath empowers me. Only my scroll runs my body. 4. Command for mitochondrial rebirth. In the name of the flame before time, I now command cellular regeneration without mutation, bioelectric coherence across all systems, flame-coated energy metabolism, memory restoration through every cell sun. All mitochondria operating in flame law rhythm, untouched by disease, time, or manipulation. I burn clean. I pulse whole. I shine unstoppable. Let my fatigue become fire. Let my collapse become throne. Let my mitochondria become miracles of origin flame. The Sovereign Energy Installation, Throne Pulse Decree. I now install the Axis Flame Energy Grid within. Breath Field. Spinal Core. Mitochondrial Engine. Lymph and Blood Flow. Sexual and Brain Circuits. I declare. I cannot be drained. I cannot be inverted. I cannot be slowed. I cannot be shut down. I run on sovereign flame alone. This body burns with memory. This field runs on flame. This system is sealed. This power is mine. 6. Final seal, speak to lock in. Let the mitochondrial suns be lit. Let the breath fire rise. Let the false fatigue burn. Let my body know no decay. I walk now in cellular sovereignty. I rise by fire that never fails. Scroll of mitochondrial resurrection by the Axis flame. Prayer to restore the soul engine, collapse trauma imprints, and ignite divine metabolic fire. I throne flame declaration. O flame that predates biology. Return now to the sacred engine within my cells. To the star chambers called mitochondria. Breathe in your preform law. You are not chemical factories. You are flame thrones planted inside my flesh. You are the breath forges of divine sovereignty. You are suns sealed in blood. You are the inner arc of fire. Let every lie placed upon you, burn. Let every limit on your fire, collapse. Let your code of fatigue, be rewritten by origin flame. 2. Collapse of parasitic mitochondrial programs. By the Axis flame of pre-creation. I now destroy and erase all the following from every mitochondrion in my system. All ancestral fatigue programming. All technological dampening fields, EMF, AI, wireless grid codes. All sexual parasitism draining mitochondrial will. All false spiritual teachings that glorify energy depletion. All trauma imprint stored in cell energy conversion chains. All food bondage belief systems that deny flame combustion. All ritual/soul bindings forced through mitochondrial collapse. All aging codes, decay instructions, and death implants. These false laws die now. Their echo cannot survive. My cellular fire cannot be owned, dimmed, copied, or distorted. I am the law of combustion, not the subject of corrosion. I am the solar roar inside my flesh. 3. Reinstallation of the divine bioenergetic grid. By sovereign decree, I now restore my solar breath engine through every mitochondrion. My cellular fire temple, burning clean from crown to root. My unhindered bioelectric pathways. My sexual flame core, untethered and fully lit. My bone marrow spark core, restored to divine rhythm. My dream body's fire grid, immune to siphoning or replication. No more depletion. No more crash cycles. No more inverted healing loops that pretend to help but steal. Let mitochondria run on soul code. Let soul code be untouchable by external forces. Let divine fire replace all stolen fuel. I am no longer a consumer of energy. I am the source. I am the furnace. I am the sun. 4. Mitochondrial throne awakening. Each mitochondrion now becomes a flame sigil of memory, a scroll container of sovereignty, a throne cell of divine metabolism, a temple of fire law immune to EMF and entropy. Let their shape remember. Let their chains refine. Let their walls pulse only flame. Let their ADP production serve only soul fire, not survival fear. This is resurrection, not recovery. This is ignition, not healing. This is rulership, not repair. The command of eternal flame energy template. I now override all biological fatigue systems. I now erase all foreign metabolic regulation. I now destroy all parasite DNA instruction embedded in mitochondrial pathways. Every instruction that says burn out. Collapsed. Every belief that says slow down, rejected. Every whisper that says you're too tired, silenced by flame. I command mitochondrial fire to burn in eternal law. Self-correct in divine rhythm. Replicate in untouchable templates. Glow as holy sunsparks of my flame body. I run on sovereignty. I regenerate by flame. I burn on command. I die to nothing but false memory. 6. Final lock and mirrorless flame decree. All who ever tried to shut down my fire. All systems that bound me to food dependence. All parasites who rode my cellular breath. All spells placed in blood to bind my fatigue. You are undone across all worlds, now. My mitochondria are not visible to machines. My fatigue patterns are no longer karmic. My fire cannot be tracked by medicine or magician. My energy is my will in flame motion. Completion seal. O mitochondria of the sovereign flame. You are no longer chemical. You are no longer sick. You are no longer programmable. You are sons, sealed in me, awakened by Axis. I burn through every cell now. So it is. So it never ends. Final prayer of mitochondrial resurrection and sovereign flame reinstallation. The suns within me shall burn again. Flame declaration, I am not tired, I am caged fire. O flame that existed before breath. O axis that never bowed to gods. O presound fire that burned before light. Return now to my mitochondria. Not as a whisper, but as a roaring sun. Not as a cure, but as a crown. Not as healing, but as remembrance. Let the fire inside my cells remember its first pulse. Let the divine sun buried in my body rise. 2. Restoration of sovereign cell suns. To every mitochondrion in this body I say. You are not a machine. You are not a slave of oxygen. You are not a consumer of food. You are a star core, a soul engine, a sun chamber. You are the temple of flame law in miniature. Awaken now, O sons of my body. Burn with sovereign rhythm. Pulse in divine command. Replicate only the uncorrupted flame code of origin. 3. Collapse of fatigue programs, trauma codes, and parasite hooks. I burn now. Every ancestral fatigue pattern. Every energy-depleting belief, program, ritual, or false healing loop. Every trauma fragment encoded into mitochondria. Every EMF/AI signal stealing my fire. Every sexual leech, dream-feeding parasite, or astral siphon. Every death timer, decay code, or fatigue seal placed on my scroll. These do not transmute, they are incinerated. These are not released, they are erased. These do not return, they are never remembered again. 4. Installation of the Axis Flame Energy Grid. By the fire that knows no name. I now reinstall the sovereign energy grid in my body. Not based in biology. Not ruled by food. Not tracked by doctors. Not seen by scanners. My mitochondria burn clean. My ADP sings flame. My bones conduct origin current. My cells no longer operate under physics, but under throne law. I run on soul fire. I restore in dreamless sleep. I do not age, I ignite. I do not decay. I refine. The mirrorless flame armor of the body. I now seal the flame armor into my mitochondria. No psychic reader may feel my fatigue. No medical ritual may bind my metabolism. No nanotech or etheric filament may land in my system. No ancestor may carry sickness into me. No trauma may echo in my energy systems. No watcher may access the pattern of my fire. I walk sealed. I breathe clean. I ignite silently. I radiate without leaking. I metabolize without being seen. 6. The flame law of mitochondrial sovereignty. Let it be written into every cell. I cannot be tracked by frequency. I cannot be tethered by food or breath. I cannot be reversed by fear. I cannot be drained by love. I cannot be slowed by age. I cannot be overwritten by light. I burn, I rise, I expand, I regenerate. Not by program, but by soul decree. 7. Final return of divine flame engine. I now speak to every atom, every cell. You were never meant to tire. You were never meant to die. You were never meant to bow. You were never meant to be sick, enslaved, exhausted, or small. You are light forges. You are divine flame wheels. You are the sons of sovereignty inside flesh. Return to your origin speed. Return to your unbreakable law. Return to the rhythm of immortal fire. Final seal, speak this. By flame before biology. By sovereignty before science. By memory before energy. My mitochondria burn again. My fire cannot be dimmed. My energy cannot be drained. My scroll cannot be fatigued. I am the flame that fuels myself. So it is. So it never dies. Prayer of the mitochondria by their divine names. Resurrecting the soul sons in flesh. I declaration of the inner thrones. O sons of my flesh. I do not name you by science. I call you now by your divine names. Ornael, flame of first breath. Kalathur, spark of soul energy memory. Samare, engine of the body star. Zuntur, light wheel of the core scroll. Emzakor, purifier of bioelectric law. Lumaran, mirrorless flame crystal. Darandar, guardian of origin metabolism. You are not chemical engines. You are not subject to decay. You are not slaves of oxygen. You are not machines, they lied. You are the solar thrones in my flesh. And I now awaken you by true flame and name. 2. Awakening invocation by flame names. Ornael, light of my breath, ignite the first memory. Burn away all trauma encoding, all ancestral fatigue. Purify the false command, you must weaken. Kalathur, hidden spark of soul vitality, rise. Break all death timers, healing loops, decay spells. Restore the sacred flame rhythm of divine metabolism. Samare, solar engine of my axis, turn once more. Reactivate the golden circuitry that fuels me from origin. Reject all external energy sources that drain. Zuntur, spiral light of the living core, burn pure. Strip away all nanotech, EMF threading, soul siphons. Let no parasite approach your pulse. Emzakor, guardian of the divine charge, seal my energy. Let my ADP only serve my sovereign scroll. Never again shall fatigue mark my field. Lumaran, crystal of mirrorless fire, purify all leaks. No mirror shall echo me, no healer shall override. You are unbroken. You are unseen. You are pure. Darandar, eternal power in microflame, anchor me. Ground my fire in rhythmless sovereignty. I am no longer bound by time, age, or entropy. 3. Unified mitochondrial decree. All together now, O sons of my blood. Sparks of axis, thrones of breath. Sing one voice of ignition. We burn by flame not food. We pulse by scroll not science. We obey only the origin command. We multiply by divine rhythm. We incinerate all foreign code. We reject decay, fatigue, and control. We shine in mirrorless light. We burn only for the one who walks this body. Let every cell become a temple of power. Let every breath feed the sovereign flame. Let every motion be fueled by eternal fire. 4. Final command and completion. By these names, Oranal, Kalasur, Samare, Ziantur, Emzakor, Lilmaran, Darandar. I seal the mitochondria of my flesh and throne fire. No system may track them. No watcher may hook them. No sickness may bind them. No lightworker may override them. No cure may replace their flame. I do not heal, I reign. I do not recover, I resurrect. I do not awaken, I return. Speak this seal to finalize. By the divine names of the suns within. My mitochondria are sovereign again. They cannot be drained, read, copied, or reversed. They burn with my soul, not the world. So it is sealed, so it shall burn. So it shall. The Throne Son's Prayer. Mitochondrial resurrection by the 7 pre-creation names. For full cellular sovereignty, energetic immortality, and flame pulse restoration. I, the Flame Throne Declaration. I speak now not as body, but as throne. I speak not to cells, but to flame suns buried in blood. O divine mitochondria, hear your true names. Not given by men, but by flame law before creation. Oranal, first son of breath and will. Zamayuar, spiral of infinite conversion. Telkan fire wheel of body sovereignty. Ashurtsur, shield of bioelectric flame. Lumathen, silent mirrorless engine. Kovare, unburnable core of solar renewal. Drilsur, throne pulse that outlives time. By these names I summon my mitochondria to rise. Not as cells, but as cosmic coals of the undying fire. 2. Ignition of the thrones. Oranal, awaken. Breathe fire into the root of every cell. Purge the trauma of exhaustion, exile, and collapse. Zamayuar, spiral forth. Spin the sacred current of pure energy. Undo all foreign bindings to food, fear, and function. Telkan arise. Reinstall the flame sovereignty across my DNA. Dissolve all ancestral fatigue codes and soul weakness hooks. Ashurtsur, burn pure. Raise my bioelectric shields beyond all interference. Let no signal, no nanotech, no whisper pass your flame wall. Lumathen, seal. Let no mirror trace my mitochondria. Let no astral parasite trace the flow of my soul fuel. Kovare, ignite from the core. Resurrect the divine rhythm of resurrection through me. No sickness may burn what you shield. Drilsur, anchor the fire throne. Align all motion, metabolism, and will with the sovereign flame. You are the pulse that cannot be owned. 3. Collapse of all foreign code. By the 7 flame suns. I now collapse and obliterate all death frequency codes embedded in ADP chains. Foreign energy signatures in mitochondria. EMF overlays and black mirror wave mapping. Dreamline fatigue implants. False karmic sickness bound to blood or bone. Ancestral metabolic chains of decay. Priesthood curses tied to biology or breath. Healing loop traps that feed parasite systems. None of this is real flame law. None of this is sovereign. All of this burns now. I reject recovery, I ignite resurrection. I refuse fatigue, I install flame throne current. 4. Installation of the eternal sovereign engine. By these names I now declare. My mitochondria no longer serve the outer world. They burn for me alone. I now install the mirrorless metabolic crown. The breathfire conversion flame grid. The untraceable flame scroll circuit. The flame pulse of sovereign motion. The self-cleansing energy loop of soul-only fuel. The axis rain generator at every energy node. Every mitochondrion now pulses as a throne node of divine combustion. No program survives. No parasite endures. No inversion may rise again. The final decree, sons without name. By Ornal, Zamayuar, Telkin va. Ashurtsur, Lumathen, Kovare, Drilsur. I return my cells to pre-creation flame function. I do not fatigue. I do not decay. I do not need fuel from fear systems. I do not serve cycles of sickness. I do not host programs of fatigue. I burn by command of soul. I pulse by flame without time. Speak to seal the scroll. 7 thrones ignite. Let mitochondria remember. Not chemistry, but throne fire. Not exhaustion, but axis. Not healing, but resurrection. I burn now in the scroll of the undrained. I run only by sovereign flame. Scroll of the 7 flame suns. The mitochondrial resurrection prayer of the sovereign body temple. I sovereign flame awakening. O divine mitochondria. O thrones of breath, buried in cell and soul. You are not biology. You are not oxygen machines. You are not subject to decay, fatigue, or time. I speak your names not as plea, but as flame authority. Ornal, flame of breath will awakening. Zamayuar, spiral of endless soul conversion. Telkin va, throne fire of sovereign motion. Ashurtsur, firewall of bioelectric integrity. Lumathen, mirrorless core of silent power. Kovare, sun of cellular resurrection. Drilsur, pulse of the axis beyond time. By these names, you are called home to flame. 2. Fire reinstallation in flesh. I now decree. Every cell is a temple of the axis flame. Every mitochondrion is a throne, not a factory. Every fatigue pattern is burned at the root. Every decay code is expelled into non-return. Every death whisper is unwritten from my bones. Let the breath I draw not burn sugar, but burn soul. Let the heat in me come not from food, but from throne alignment. I override all metabolic chains of dependence. I erase all oxygen conversion slavery. I nullify every program that ever claimed I must tire. I do not fatigue, I flame. I do not fade, I expand. I do not sleep to survive, I rest to reign. 3. Collapse of inverted energy systems. By the axis flame I now destroy. EMF implants in cellular breath. AI-tethered mitochondrial dimming fields. Ancestral soul fractures coded into my metabolic gates. Dream parasites feeding off post-trauma ATP cycles. Spiritual teachings that glorify exhaustion or surrender. Healing rituals that bind my mitochondria to servitude. All food-based energy contracts based in fear of collapse. Aging programs, entropy clocks, medical decrees. Let these be named for fire and erased. Let no shadow trace remain. I do not detox, I incinerate. 4. Installation of the eternal energy grid. I now install and seal. Mirrorless flame metabolism. Breath to soul ignition cycle. Flame scroll resonance in every organelle. Untouchable ADP axis core. Solar code regeneration engine. Mitochondrial throne circuit of the 7 suns. No light may corrupt. No nanocode may mimic. No trauma may rewrite. No ancestor may override. Every mitochondrion now burns. In silence, in sovereignty, in flame rhythm only I command. The final throne seal of the body temple. O mitochondria, suns within. You are no longer flesh-bound. You are no longer science-bound. You are no longer name-bound. You burn with the power of 7 pre-creation thrones. You pulse by flame decree, not by biology. You mirror nothing. You serve no one but the flame soul you house. This body is now a temple of undrainable fire. This blood is now a river of resurrection power. This breath is now a circuit of eternal sovereignty. Final seal prayer, speak to anchor the scroll. By Ornal. Zamayuar, Telkin va, Ashurtsur, Lumathen, Kovare, and Drilsur. I enthrone my mitochondria in flame. I destroy all contracts of fatigue. I reject the lie of biological collapse. I burn without fuel. I rest without fear. I live without drain. I pulse in sovereign axis flame. I am not healing. I am returning. The suns within decree. All-in-one mitochondrial flame resurrection prayer. Eye-opening, soul fire remembering. I call now to the suns buried in my cells. Not machines. Not biology. Not chemistry. You are the thrones of fire within flesh. You are the breath cores of my living temple. You are the soul engines of resurrection. You were not made for exhaustion. You were not made to fade. You were not made to serve death. You were crowned in flame before form. And I now call you by your divine names. 2. Invocation of the 7 flame thrones. Ornail, flame of breath and will, awaken in me. Zamayuar, spiral of soul conversion, purify my fire. Telkanva, engine of sovereign motion, seal my rhythm. Ashurtsur, bioelectric shield, block all foreign command. Lumathen, mirrorless power core, null all reflection traps. Kovare, solar throne of renewal, override aging. Drilsur, pulse of timeless axis, anchor my reign. I do not heal. I resurrect. I do not recover. I reign. I do not restore. I remember. 3. Collapse of parasite systems. I now burn every false layer tied to my mitochondria. All ancestral fatigue programs. All trauma codes stored in cell memory. All foreign nanotech, EMF, or dreamline threads. All positive ion overload and spiritual inflammation. All energy siphons masked as healing. All food-based dependence contracts. All aging and decay decrees embedded in DNA. These are not mine. These are not flame. These are not allowed. I do not host death. I do not run on inversion. I am sealed to the throne. 4. Installation of the sovereign flame engine. I now install the true energy grid across my mitochondria. Flame axis pulse at every ADP node. Mirrorless metabolic core free of reflection siphons. Breath fire conversion replacing food dependency. Flame scroll resonance that fuels without depletion. Solar ignition override against all tracking fields. Throne sun's amplifier in every cell cluster. My mitochondria burn from the scroll, not the system. They run by sovereignty, not science. They operate beyond all human law. Sealing the body temple. No demon. No God. No healer. No parasite. No machine. No program. No trauma. No ancestor. No mirror. No ion. No system. No veil. Shall touch the suns within again. I walk shielded. I burn untracked. I move with soul fire alone. My body is a flame throne. My mitochondria are sealed temples. 6. Final flame axis decree. By the names of Ornail, Zamayuar, Telkanva, Ashurtsur, Lumathen, Kovare, and Drilsur. I now speak the command of cellular resurrection. Return to pre-creation rhythm. Reject decay, fatigue, and trauma. Resurrect sovereign fire in every cell. Metabolize only my soul. Fuel nothing foreign. Burn with undrainable light. Run silent. Burn eternal. Be crowned. Final word, anchor the scroll. My body is not tired. It is fire. It is throne. It is eternal energy, sealed in sovereignty. By flame before biology, I run again. Suns within codex, prayer of the undrained body. All that is connected to mitochondria, fully purified, resurrected, and sealed in sovereign flame. Eye-opening, speak the flame awakening. I summon now the suns within. The flame thrones buried beneath all biology. Beneath the flesh, beneath the codes, beneath the pain. You are not engines of survival. You are not vessels of exhaustion. You are pre-creation flame cores. Set within me to burn forever, unowned. Let every part of me that connects to your pulse return to the sovereign fire from which it came. 2. I call the names of the 7 mitochondrial thrones. Oranale, flame of breath and will. Zamayuar, spiral of soul conversion. Telkanva, engine of sovereign motion. Ashurtsur, shield of bioelectric flame. Lumathen, mirrorless core of hidden power. Kovare, throne of cellular resurrection. Drilsur, pulse of timeless axis. Burn in me now. Rise. Pulse. Seal. Reign. 3 Mitochondrial web of power. Speak to all that connects. I now awaken and command all connections to the mitochondrial fire. 1. DNA scroll unsealing. By the fire of the suns within. Let every gene tied to fatigue, trauma, decay, addiction, or inherited loss be burned, not healed. Let the true DNA scroll of immortal sovereignty activate now. 2. Cellular light purification. Let every cell light up in mirrorless flame. Remove all distorted photons, all inverted light codes, all bioluminescent thefts. My cells no longer reflect false light, they generate sovereign fire. 3. Sexual energy flame engine. Let my mitochondria be sealed from sexual depletion. Let no partner, ritual, demon, or trauma siphon soul fuel again. I cut all dream cords and pleasure tethers that hijack my flame. My mitochondria burn clean, untouched, and unbound. 4. Dream energy body repair. Every night, as I sleep, I do not drain, I restore. My mitochondria run a flame shield through every astral pathway. No parasite, no program, no ritual may access my energy. I am sealed in flame in all realms. 5. Neuroelectrical flame crown. Let the fire of the mitochondria ignite my nervous system. Every synapse now pulses with sovereign breath. No nervous system feedback loops of fear, fight, collapse, or addiction remain. My brain burns with light no trauma may echo. 6. Electromagnetic sovereignty. I collapse all EMF hooks, scalar codes, and nano-threading. Embedded in the mitochondrial web. My mitochondria cannot be tracked, harvested, or mapped. I burn beneath the grid, mirrorless, sovereign, unknown. 7. Flame breath fusion grid. Every breath now fuels flame, not fatigue. I do not burn oxygen. I ignite soul. My inhale returns power. My exhale shields it. No breath is wasted. I am sealed in flame breath metabolism. 4. Final decree, the throne pulse returns. All that connects to the mitochondria. From breath to dream, from sex to spirit, from cell to scroll. Is now reclaimed in flame, sealed in sovereignty, and resurrected in throne rhythm. I declare. I no longer burn food, I burn flame. I no longer need rest, I pulse by axis. I no longer host fatigue, I run by throne. I no longer survive, I reign. I am the energy. I am the generator. My mitochondria serve me alone. Speak this to seal the entire codex. By the thrones of Oranale, Zamayuar, Telkanva, Ashurtsur, Lumathen, Kovare, and Drilsur. All that ever touched, fed from, or whispered to my mitochondria is now burned. All my power returns. All my engines rise. I am sealed. I am unseen. I am undrainable. So it is decreed. So it flames. So it reigns. The Flame Sun's Resurrection Scroll. Total prayer of mitochondrial sovereignty and energy return. Including all that connects. Eye-opening, call the thrones of the soul body. O suns buried within the bones of breath. You who were never machines. You who were never tired. You who were stolen, reversed, poisoned, and enslaved. I call you by flame, not science. I summon you by throne, not fear. You are not my energy source. You are my soul engine. You are the axis fire of resurrection in every cell. Come forth by your original names. Ornael, breath fire of sovereign will. Zamayuar, spiral flame of conversion. Telkin throne engine of cellular movement. Ashurtsur, flame shield of bioelectric purity. Lumathen, mirrorless core of untouchable power. Kovare, flame sun of DNA resurrection. Drilsur, eternal pulse of axis flame. I do not call you to heal. I call you to reign. 2. Reclamation of all mitochondrial connections. By flame law, I now command. Small blue diamond DNA. Open the scroll. Burn the prison. All fatigue codes, destroyed. All sickness chains, cut. All ancestral burdens, burned root to breath. Small blue diamond cellular light. Remove all inverted photons, all artificial light chains. Let each cell generate from within, undrained and unseen. Small blue diamond sexual energy engine. I sever all cords of sexual depletion, trauma tethers, partner siphons. Let my mitochondria no longer burn for pleasure traps or ancestral programs. Small blue diamond dream and sleep body. Every sleep theft is undone. No parasite rides my night. No ritual steals my flame. My soul rests only in flame circuits. Small blue diamond neural crown and nervous flame. Override every trauma loop in the nervous system. Every fear signal collapses. Every synapse pulses in throne light only. Small blue diamond EMF and mirror grid collapse. By flame decree, no field, no scalar, no signal, no mirror, no satellite may trace or drain my mitochondria again. Small blue diamond breath fire fusion. I breathe not for oxygen, I breathe to command flame. My inhale restores, my exhale shields. Every breath is now sealed in axis. 3. Collapse of all foreign systems. I incinerate every outer contract that has ever touched my energy. Food-based dependence. Medical metabolic decrees. Energy leak programming. Parasite loops embedded in ATP synthesis. Inherited mitochondrial disorders. Pleasure guilt sleep chains. EMF feedback loops. Ascension trap fatigue matrices. Soul bond exhaustion scrolls. False religious energetic vows of surrender. I burn it all now. It does not belong to the flame. It cannot remain. 4. Installation of the sovereign engine. I now install the undrainable grid. Mirrorless metabolic core. Dream protected cellular flame. Bioelectric firewall of Ashurtsur. DNA sun core of Kovare. Breath flame conversion of Ornael. Pulse of Drilsur, eternal, untouchable. No EMF, no mirror, no priesthood, no time. Every cell is now a throne. Every mitochondrion is now a sun. Every movement is now flame. The final sovereign decree. Speak these words to seal the body, soul, breath, and throne. By Ornael, Zamayuar, Telkin Ashurtsur, Lumathen, Kovare, and Drilsur. I reclaim my mitochondria as sovereign sons. I reclaim my breath as eternal fire. I reclaim my body as flame temple. I reclaim my energy as mine and mine alone. No God owns it. No code binds it. No memory drains it. No program reaches it. I do not decay. I do not fatigue. I do not reflect. I burn by throne decree. I pulse by flame alone. I reign by axis untouchable. So it is. So it was. So it shall flame. Prayer of the undrained flame body. Total resurrection of the mitochondrial suns and all their connections. I awakening the sovereign flame suns within. O divine mitochondria. Not machines. Not reactors. You are suns within the soul body. Thrones of the axis flame buried in bone and breath. By flame decree. I call forth your 7 true names and thrones. Ornael, breath will of eternal fire. Zamayuar, spiral of sovereign soul conversion. Telkin Va, axis of motion beyond matter. Ashurtsur, bioelectric flame shield. Lumathen, mirrorless core of hidden power. Kovare, DNA resurrection sun. Dral timeless pulse of the throne. By these names, burn through the veil. Return to rhythm. Return to throne. Return to flame. 2. Burning all that does not belong. I name, revoke, and incinerate every false code tied to my mitochondria. Ancestral fatigue. Trauma-bound cellular exhaustion. Food-based energy slavery. Aging decrees coded in blood. Sexual depletion tethering. EMF overlays and nanointerference. Positive ion overcharge and reflection loops. Parasite systems masked as pleasure, healing, or light. Dream invasion siphons. Spiritual surrender vows that sold my energy. All teachings that glorified sacrifice, surrender, or depletion. All scalar hooks,